In a world so controlled, we're breaking free. No need for master modes, just you and me. Yogi's trying to shove it down our throats, but we choose to sail our own remote. Oh yeah, yeah. They say love knows no bounds, no color lines. We don't need those chains that confine. Our love's a rebellion breaking through the noise. It's a revolution, baby, hear our voice. We don't need to conform, cause our love is pure. No limitations will soar. In a world of control, we'll break the mold. Our unchained love, it won't be sold. In a world of control, we'll break the mold. Unchained love, it won't be sold. Oh, will not be sold. It won't be sold. In a world of control,
What up, what up, what up?
break the mold.
Bro, why's my stream tripping all of a sudden?
Unchained love, it won't be sold.
Well, what's going on here? What's going on, man? What's going on with this thing? Why is this shit tripping? Bro, it's too early for this shit. Hold on, let me... What's going on, man? What's going on with this thing? I just need to keep an eye on it. I don't know, like, for some reason...
For you, baby, next time please take care. Cause I don't know if I can handle that breath of love again.
I was trying to have that PVE versus PvP versus griefing discussion right now, but I let my internet not cooperating with me that well. But I'm gonna try to keep an eye on this thing. As long as I'm not dropping any frames, I don't really care. But welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Today I'm trying to have a discussion about PVE versus PvP versus griefing, and just kind of like set the record straight on what all those things are. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like people don't really know. You know, I think griefing is like when you try to cheese the game, basically. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to shoot somebody in their hangar, if you're trying to like pad ram somebody, or ramming in general, right? If it's not like in the confines of like a combat scenario, if you're just ramming people just to ram people, you know what I mean? Like that's griefing. Engaging people in combat in the PU is not griefing, bro. I don't know where people got this idea from that if you attack a player and you don't pirate them, then it's griefing. That's not griefing. Like, what if what you have is not valuable to me? And I'm just like, I don't want to take it. It's not worth it. But attacking players just to attack players is not griefing. That's literal PvP. I don't have to want anything from you other than just the thrill of combat. It's a hot take, sure. And it's maybe something that people may necessarily not want to hear, sure. But we're not gonna sit here and play pretend like PvP and griefing are somehow related. It's we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna play this game, man. So, bro, I don't know what's going on with my internet right now, but I'm looking at my my OBS and it's just like I'm not getting the same amount of like upload speed. This shit is like tripping right now, bro. So if the stream like does like some weird shit, like I apologize in advance. But I want to hear what you guys think about this entire situation. I know like on my side and with my channel, like we tend to like the PvP. We tend to like the ambush tactics because ambushing is a real tactic. It's a real thing that you do in real life. You know, in the military, for instance. Like we don't train to like have a straight up fight with other people. We train to ambush motherfuckers. You know what I mean? If you have like a group follow you between servers to keep you station locked, unable to play, that's griefing. Yeah, I agree with that, Digby. That's an actual pretty good take on what griefing is. That's a really good take. Oh shit, here we go. Stream acting up. Let me do a little speed test real quick. Stream's going fine. On my end, like the it seems really like it's not working right. The problem is 99% of players don't know what griefing is. They think any type of PvP is that. I agree with that. I agree. I think that most people think that if, like what I was doing before, when it was in EPTU, like going to a location, like, and you have to understand something. I wasn't attacking players around stations specifically, right? I was actually going to locations around planets and fighting with players around planets. I wasn't trying to spawn camp. I wasn't trying to cheese any game mechanics. We were literally using a 2-man conning team and we were going around just getting into fights with people. And that's perfectly fine within the confines of the game. It's not like we follow anybody into a server. It's not like we indiscriminately attacked one player in particular. We fought everybody. Everybody got the smoke. I mean, shit, it wasn't nothing personal. But like, if you was just like, if he was there, you was gonna get the smoke. And that's just how the game goes. Like, I've been on the receiving end of a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? I've been ganked before. Oh shit. Oh shit. Why are these motherfuckers attacking me, bro? I ain't do shit.
I really like the design of that.
Bro, Get me the fuck out of here, dog. I'm getting kicked by the game right now. What the fuck is wrong with these fucking NPCs, man? And the fucked up thing is, bro, I can't even fight back, dog. Bro, what's going on with these NPCs, bro? And they own one, bro. This is getting pretty brutal right here. Oh, if I can die here, and all of my shit that I've looted is probably not gonna come back with me to Stanton. If I can just get to my fucking hangar. Yeah, fuck y'all.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle still needs visitors again. Goodbye.
Bro, this is crazy. That's super sketchy, bro. I can't even like see if my rep is bad, but I came in here last night. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get shot at. Oh my god, bro, that was crazy. Thank goodness they still got these fucking these loaners from the IAE on here, bro. Cause I don't know, bro. I'd probably be fucking hurting right now. Yikes. We might have to fly this motherfucker out of here, bro. Terrapin has a lot of HP, right? Oh my god, bro. I can't fucking stand this fucking MFD shit, bro. Like, goddamn, seriously, I can't touch any of these things without touching a goddamn fucking button. Are they serious? That's all I'm trying to do. I needed my shields to come up, though. Bro, can I use my MFDs without having these buttons highlight? I don't even have my shit over there. Jesus Christ, man. Man, I'll cuss if I fucking want to, bro. You can't cuss and not play Star Citizen. That don't work. Out of here, man. Oh, here we go. shit is super sketch, man. I wonder if the stand gate was gonna be shooting at me now. I don't know. They need to do a better job with this motherfucking system they got. Because, like, if I go into, like, my rep thing right here, like, I can't see my rep for Pyro, and it's just like, well, how am I supposed to know where I can go and where I can't go if the game's not telling me? If I don't have that, you know, if I don't have that pertinent information. But back to what we're saying about the PvP versus PvE versus griefing stuff. Like, this is a game about combat. It's not solely about combat. But combat is a big aspect of the game because just about every ship in the game has some type of weapons on it. So you have the weapons there to defend yourself. And last night, I came into Pyro with Canop off stream, and basically, I was his security escort. He was out here mining different things, and I'm just flying with him while he does his gameplay loop. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why it's so hard for players just to play the game with other people. Find people that you can actually trust, make your own organization with like-minded people, and just play the game with those people. And I say this, I've been saying this a lot lately, just get into Arena Commander and just fight with people. And you'll find out that it's not so bad. Like, I get in Arena Commander every day, and I get into fights in Arena Commander. Why? Because it's fun. But Arena Commander in and of itself is a limited scope, it's a limited experience of what Star Citizen actually is. You know? And yes, Arena Commander is a little bit sweaty. I get it. And I can understand to some people how that would feel a little bit daunting. It would probably feel like you don't want to do something like that, but at the end of the day, if you're not actively training yourself to be a better pilot, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And you can't fault other people who train combat, who train ambush tactics to ambush you and to kill you. Like, I don't understand, like, why that's a hard concept for people to understand. And I have a theory as to why people feel the way they do about, you know, the griefing situation. Is because people have so much money invested in the game, they think that they are entitled to have a certain experience. Like, even, you know, Jim Reviews was talking about how there needs to be a PVE and a PVE server, and you can't do that. If they do that, this game is finished. Because like what is the risk of a person that does PVE only to go into a lawless system and not have any risk? Because realistically, the NPCs are brain dead. Like, you can kill most NPCs in starter ships because they're that easy to kill in a combat scenario, right? So if they don't have any threat to them, then what's the point in playing the game? Because eventually you're going to do PvE and you get bored. Like, hell, I get bored with PvE. It becomes the same monotonous stuff every single time. Like, what are you doing? Just sitting there taking screenshots of your ships all day long and posting them on Twitter? Is that gameplay? No, it's not. It's not gameplay. What is going on with this effing game? What's this treating me like I have a freaking crime stat 3? They need to figure their shit out, bro. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the same issue once I get on the other side of the jump gate too. Don't go to Pyro with a crime stat, guys. It's not a good time. I remember one time there was a griefer outside of Everest Harbor. You know what we did? Everybody in the global chat was bitching about being griefed at Everest Harbor, right? And you know what I said in the global chat? I told players, hey, let's gang up on this guy and let's go kill him. There's more of us than there are of him, and we can go kill this guy. And at first, I was the only one going out there fighting with him. But slowly over time, during that session, I started learning about PvP combat. During that session, right? And what wound up happening was we wound up killing the guy. I'm like, isn't that so much better than sitting around crying that you're being griefed? You know what I mean? Like, isn't it infinitely better to, I need to go. I'm going to go to Grim Hex. I'm going to pay up some more of my crime stats. I'm going to take it down to a crime stat 1. Because this shit's getting ridiculous. But that's not our fault though. As a PvPer, your prep time is not my fault. If it takes you fucking 3 hours to get ready to do your mission, that's not my fault. Blame CIG for that. What up, Scar? What's going on, man? You working today, bro? I had a sketchy dodge out of Pyro, man. It was something like out of a movie. Unsubbing this idiot? Then get the fuck out of here then. Don't give a fuck. Bye. Truther. You'll be one of the people that I gank the most in Pyro. I'm gonna grief you personally. How about that? How about it? That's good, man. We're having a discussion about PVE versus PvP versus griefing. You told him to get good and it made him mad. Exactly. That's the game currently until Reputation comes online. I'm an industrial player myself. If I put 20 million into a single shipment and get ganked, I should have planned better. Yeah, come into the Discord, man. You know you're always welcome. Danger is fun, Mad Titan. Rep 2.0 is going to be a game killer because what's basically going to happen is anyone who does PvP, they're going to get negative rep from players. And that shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? And it's going to be very toxic. Because if you remember what they said during the CitizenCon presentation about the new community tools, how you can mark players as red and things like that, and the guy basically said, you know, if somebody's griefing you, mark them as red, let us know and we'll take care of it. Yeah, I'll be here, man. And that's gonna be the most toxic part of that new system. Anybody that gets shot at that doesn't want to quote unquote consent to PvP will have that kind of red marker on them, and they'll basically get reported to CIG for griefing when they're not. They're just playing the fucking game. You know, and the bigger problem is in general is the gaming industry is just soft. Like, I don't understand how gaming got so soft over the years, but you know, here we are. And the other thing that I think too is when it comes to like players and the factions, I think attacking a player should not affect your rep with a faction. It just shouldn't. This is why CIG will never see mainstream success. This is true. What's going on, JT? And yes, hit the like button for your boy. For the one time. God, frames. Bro, I can't land anywhere, bro. What is going on? Wow. I don't know why this game is wigging like that, bro. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I only have a crime stat 2. Like, is crime stat 2 like now, like, you can't go anywhere? I haven't killed anybody. Is he coming to salvage my shit? I'm gonna kill him. You wanna come salvage my shit? Okay. Thank you for the subscription. Can't even use my weapons out here. It's lame. I don't know how I have bad rep. Bro, I ain't do shit, bro. And got his shit fucked up by the station too. I know, right? Let me take this shit down to a crime stat 1, because getting ganked everywhere you go is crazy. Like I legit like didn't do shit to anybody, bro. Make a stream about griefing and the fucking game is griefing me. Imagine that.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
Fuck it, we'll just pay all this shit off.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, but getting back to it, I think the player base is just soft, like straight up. There's just no other way to say it.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
I might be able to take this. Let me just take this over there. I want to get my body back.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been depleted.
Hopefully we won't get killed again. Oh my god. This again. patch is so broken, bro. I just want to go to my hangar.
Good day.
Yeah, you don't want to be in prison in this game, bro. At least not right now. Oh yeah, you were killing people in there in the top of the elevator.
What's up, Marcus?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. You just made it home?
Yeah. I was dropping the kids off at the in-laws. They're spending the night there tonight, giving me a little bit of a break.
Free night?
Yeah, a little bit. Trying to recalibrate the what is it? The circadian rhythm. I'm going from overnights to days starting Monday, so I'm trying to get that all worked out. How's 4.0 treating you?
4.0 is shit, dude.
I've been calling it the Diet Light 4 live that's not live preview.
Yeah. They could have just kept it in PTU. Like, I don't understand. Like, why they have to, if it wasn't ready, just keep it in the PTU.
I think it was so that they could, this is a reach, but I think it's so that they could tick off a box for the year and get, make sure for not just the community, but for, the investment groups that have money in them.
Yeah.
That's just my guess.
Yeah, but we're talking about PVE versus griefing. What are your thoughts on that, man?
So I think a large majority of the Star Citizen community doesn't know what griefing is as far as what CIG has laid out for us. And I think that's a problem because it's a, a 4-year-old, 2 to 4-year-old Spectrum post, and that's all you can really find on it. But I know you know this, but I'll lay it out for those that are watching. You have number one, using glitches or bugs to your benefit. That's considered griefing. Servers swapping and chasing players around and killing them over and over again so that they can't actually play the game. That's griefing. Stream sniping, which I don't agree with, but hey, that's their thing. I forget what the fourth one was, but there's basically 4.
I think it's the pad ramming.
Oh yeah,
on the Platinum Bay pads.
Yeah, pad ramming on spawnable ship pads, right? Not the landing pads, spawnable ship pads. They don't like that. And you're right. So I think that number one is a big problem within the communities that they just don't know what actual griefing is. And then if you continue to read that Spectrum post, they tell you, now this once again, it's from 2 to 4 years ago and their stance has changed on this, but they want you to deal with it within game, get a group together and go fight the air quote griefers on your server. But we know that does not happen very often. It's usually run to Spectrum, run to Reddit, or fill out a report. That's normally what happens. I think there should be now granted we're not to this point yet in Star Citizen's lifespan, and if we ever get there, I don't know, but I think there should be a safer area for new players, similar to like an
instance area.
Well, maybe not instance, but like Elite Dangerous and Eve and stuff like that. They have those areas where it's, where you kind of learn the basics of the game, and then when you leave that area, that's it. All bets are off. You have to pay attention to whether you're in a high sec, low sec, medium security, or completely lawless, and it's up to you to pay attention to that. I think the game would benefit from that, and I think the amount of false reports would also go down a lot. You know,
I agree with that
because
to a certain extent. But I think the biggest problem is with CIG when it comes to the combat side of it, they don't explain it to anybody. Like even master modes, it's not explained to anybody. We have to go in and literally figure master modes out, and people have to go make guides.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
The biggest barrier to this game is the combat, and they have done nothing at all to explain to people. And that's not our fault as players. And I desperately want other players who don't like PvP to understand this. Like I'm not on the side of CIG in any of this, right? I'm on the side of the players. I'm on our side because if you expect players to understand how to defend themselves in the game just by playing it and figuring it out, they're not going to do that. Especially if the combat has a very high ceiling like it does in this game, right? But if you at least explain the basics to people, how to use your strafes, how to try cord, how to knife fight, how to have these different strategies, then that skill ceiling comes up and players understand how to defend themselves. One of the things that really upset me about CitizenCon this year is like, yeah, we want to have, all these, special, these specialties and careers, but mastering flight's not one of them.
Right.
It seems like they want to make flight the type of thing to where it's a means of just transportation only, basically, from point A to point B, and then you go land somewhere and do ground missions. They don't want to add any depth to the flight model, and that for me is the problem.
I don't like how it's being catered to casuals. Now, that is a double-edged sword there because, like you were just saying, when you have a high skill ceiling, you're going to attract high skilled players, right?
Right.
But you also need the casuals to come in and play your game too, because they're spending money on it and etc. But there has to be a middle ground, and I think a tutorial would be that middle ground. You have to have something like that. They don't even have tutorials as far as their FPS goes. You have to sit there and either watch guides, like you said, for flight, or sit in the keybind section if you want to do just a simple FPS mission to figure out what's your med pen button, what's your tractor beam button. Okay, what button switches modes of fire on my gun. There's no tutorial. There's nothing. From, like you said, from flight all the way down to mining and salvaging, there's nothing there. None of it's explained, and you have tons of guides on YouTube, and that really shouldn't be, like you said, it really shouldn't be the player's responsibility to go, well, I don't know how to do this, well, so I need to go to YouTube and figure it out, or watch guide videos so I can figure it out. I don't think that should be on the player to figure out. It should be CIG showing us what to do, showing the tutorial, explaining it, and I agree wholeheartedly. I think another problem / an answer to your question that you posed while I was in the car was, when did the gaming community get so soft? Well, I won't talk about the gaming community as a whole, but I'll talk about the Star Citizen community and why they're so incredibly soft. So my answer to a majority of the gaming community, but specifically Star Citizen, is over the last 10 years in the gaming community, but more so in Star Citizen, we have been coddled to the point where if you spend money on a game, that you should somehow get an automatic I win button, whether that's, some new armor or gun, or in Star Citizen's case, a ship. And there shouldn't be that. That should not be allowed to be viewed as, well, I bought the newest ship, I win. It shouldn't be viewed that way. And I think we have a number of people that have spent a large amount of money in this game that feel that they are somehow above being shot at ever in this game, which
Right.
shouldn't be the case.
I'm not trying to laugh at you, but I don't know if
Yes,
you're
I'm
seeing
seeing
the
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Whoa, now his legs are. What the hell?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that's too good. That's
Yes.
way too good.
Yeah, Star Citizen, man.
But yeah, I feel that macro transactions have really had a hand in this, and I feel like just Star Citizen in general is catering to a group of players that don't want, like, everybody talks about multi-role ships and multi-crew and all of that. When me and you would pirate with Canup or Grumpy, or even when I would pirate with Grumpy and Blackjack and all of that, how many times out of the hundreds, and for me, thousands of ships that we've jacked, how many times are these large ships with lots of cargo in it, and it's one player wearing a sperm suit, no gun, no armor, they don't even have med pens? Like, why is that a problem for us pirates when they didn't even get armed? They didn't put armor on. They don't even have med pens. Like, why does this fall on us that we have to somehow bend over backwards and negotiate with them and ask for consent and all of this? You see the same arguments play out on Spectrum all the time. Well, it takes me 5 hours to get ready. Well, I heard you say it right when I turned on the stream. That's not our fault that it takes 5 hours for you to prep up. That's CIG that's doing this. You should speak to CIG about this. You should make a Spectrum post about it. But that's never the answer. It's always poor Jimmy has 16 kids, 4 jobs, and 12 minutes to play Star Citizen a week, and because I pirated him, I'm automatically the evil man, and I have to be banned from Spectrum and Reddit and the game and everything else because I shot a player down and took his stuff.
Yeah, that's complete and utter garbage in my opinion. Like, if you want to have a game that's immersive, that's fun, like, you have to have all kinds of things happen in the game. And I'll use Battlefield as an example, right? Battlefield is the type of game to where you can specialize and have a lot of skill in the game, but Battlefield also has trolls. One of the main metas in Battlefield is to throw C4 on a Jeep and drive it into a tank.
Yeah.
That exists in Battlefield. Even though it's a cheesy way to play the game, it has its role, right? And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it is what it is. And if we were taking that example right now, you could consider that easily to be griefing, because they're using a mechanic in the game that's not meant to be used, but at the end of the day, it has a place, and people develop counters to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think gaming really, the pandemic has done a lot of things to people, but I think the thing that it's really done to people, it's messed with the psyche a lot. And people are now more polarized than ever, right? I think if Pyro would have came out in 2018, right, when it was supposed to come out, I don't think we would be having this conversation right now, because people would have already adjusted to this reality of what Pyro actually is, right? We wouldn't be having this discussion. But I think because of the times that we're living in, people are so polarized. They're like, you just attacked the guy that was salvaging. I'm like, I literally targeted this guy. He was radar locked. I'm sitting directly behind him, and he doesn't have any awareness to turn around and be like, who the hell has me target locked? If I'm target locked, I'm flipping my ship around and I'm trying to see who has me target locked, because depending on what it is, I may need to do something about it, or I may not. But if I see 2 constellations targeting me, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and I'm gonna start running. But
Yeah.
he just sat there, just continued to do his little mining thing. And it wasn't like he wasn't in the seat, because when you get out of the seat, the ship name, your name goes off the ship. So he was
Right.
still in the seat, still just scraping away. But they used that
So
example, but they didn't go and watch the other examples when the guy was lobbing missiles at me from his Star Lancer. And I absolutely wiped
so
the floor with him.
so there's a so once again this goes back to the tutorial thing. Well, let me all right. I'm going to make 2 points on that. So back to what you were saying about the pandemic. I think this started even before the pandemic. What is it? The generation of participation trophies is what now in their late 20s, early 30s, right?
Right.
Ish.
Yeah.
So there's that mindset as well. And we know that from CIG's data that most of the biggest majority of Star Citizen players is 30 to 55. So there's that, right? So we have that eking in here. My second point to that I would like to add on to that is back to the tutorial. You said you had somebody target lock or radar locked, and they have a radar on them, right? They have MFDs and other warnings that are saying that, hey, you're being locked onto. There's no different noises going off, different things on your MFDs going off, different things on your HUD going off. Your radar is showing something. That goes back to a tutorial where it should show you how to use the stuff that you're provided with, right? Because once again, this goes back to, well, if you want to use your MFDs to the best, what are we mostly doing? Going to YouTube guides. You don't know what something on your HUD does. What are you doing? You're either sitting in the settings menu for your keyboard and whatnot, looking at the bindings, or you're going back to YouTube for a tutorial. And it shouldn't be that way. I think when it comes to PvP and griefing and PVE and all of that too, I think some of it also comes down to the fact that a lot of players say that they've seen the boogeyman, that it's happened to them, when in reality it doesn't happen that often, and most players will play weeks, months, and maybe even a year without running into another player that shoots them down. I don't think the big bad boogeyman of pirates is literally behind every asteroid and every cloud and every city building, just waiting for poor Joe to come around and shoot them down. It doesn't happen like that very often. And to that effect too, I think if some of these PvE players actually were armed, ready, and wanting to possibly strike back at somebody that's hit them. So real quick story time. I was one of those players where I didn't want to be messed with. I didn't want to see another player. I didn't want to have to deal with another player. I got ganked at a bunker a couple of times when I first started playing the game and was, kind of shit about it, and I just didn't, I was upset about it. But then one day somebody was in our bunker. We could see the amount of enemies that had to be killed slowly ticking down. So we knew somebody was in there. And we went in there and we told them to hand over the stuff that they looted or we were going to kill them. And they didn't, so we killed them and took the stuff, right? And it turned into a big tug of war back and forth, and I won't get into all the details, but we ended up getting away. And after experiencing that success and understanding what happened, how it went down, and how exciting it was like, oh, well, we can do this on the regular. We can fight other players and we can have success doing this. It's not that big of a deal. I think once a PvE player, or as the griefers like to call them, the Bobonians, experience a sort of success like that, I think they'll start to crave that sort of excitement more, and the anti-PvP crowd will thin itself out. But I don't think it's as all bad as people make it out to be. I think if you experience something like that once or twice and you have success doing it, you'll be like, yeah, this is cool. I understand how to defend myself, or I understand how to approach the situation better the next time. But it seems like it's avoided at all costs, and I don't understand the whole leave me out of it mentality. I don't understand it. For me, anyways, I don't get it. I think
Yeah, it's
part of
it's a
the
weird thing.
part of being an MMO is, hey, you have to interact with other players, whether it's good or bad. You know, um, I think that's a reason why we don't see a lot of Star Citizen players play games like DayZ, Rust, Ark, or even Tarkov for that matter, because
Right.
the fear of losing something, which once again, it's a video game. It's not that big of a deal.
No, you're not losing anything really.
I'm reading your chat. Um,
Eyesight's not as good. Slower reflexes. Well, I mean,
um,
but that's the beauty of it, Mad Titan. Like, even if you have that stuff, like, you can join a group of people that have the attributes in which you're lacking.
yeah, there's many orgs that provide training, help. There's a lot of discords connected to these orgs where they'll even have a panic button in their discord where if somebody's jumping you, you just flip over to discord, hit the panic button, and somebody will get on there saying, where are you at? You just tell them what's going on and where you're at, and they can join you and hopefully maybe bail you out of that situation or get your stuff back for you. As far as in-game, Titan, you're right. There is no in-game way of creating alliances or calling for help, but you can. There are tools that can allow you to assist in that. But once again, nobody tells people about this. So you can use global chat. You can also use global chat and then put out a transport beacon, and the transport beacon will put up a marker to where to get to you at. But once again, nobody tells you this sort of stuff, right? You kind of have to just figure it out or wait for somebody else to tell you, which once again goes back to that whole damn tutorial thing. There's not a tutorial for anything in here, and I haven't played the actual tutorial since like the 3rd month they put it out,
I've
so I
never
don't
played
even
it.
know what's in it.
I've never played it. I didn't even know. Like, the tutorial's probably going to be so trash. Thank you for the subscription, Bernie. We appreciate you for being here. Yeah, I just think that, you know, this was bound to happen, and one of the things that I've been saying too is that the space dads and the Care Bears have been telling, if you want to murder hobo, just go to Pyro, just go to Pyro.
I was
Like, we
gonna
go to
bring this up.
Pyro and we start murder hoboing in Pyro. They're like, you can't murder hobo in Pyro. That's griefing. So there's this idea of them just consistently moving the goalpost whenever it suits their needs, right? And to go back to Matt Titan's point, like, if they're having reflex issues with this flight model, then they should just probably stop playing games, because this shit is so fucking slow that you could damn near do it with your eyes closed. You know what I mean? If they make the combat any slower, we might as well just be walking everywhere at that point. Hell, I was watching the Space Engineers 2 alpha presentation, and they literally have spacesuits that can move at like 300 meters per second.
So I bring this example up a lot, and he doesn't mind that I do it because, for one, he knows I'm not trying to belittle him, and two, he understands exactly what he is. Pagan, pagan Linux geek.
Yeah, I know Pagan.
So Pagan one night was flying around in his F8 and he got jumped by one guy. And this was after the master modes change, right? And Pagan fought him off and the guy ran away. And Pagan was feeling pretty good about himself, going, I can't believe that just happened, and I was able to, fight him off. And for those that don't know who Pagan is pushing close to his 60s and is a space dad, for lack of a better term. He's a miner and a salvager, and that's his main gameplay thing. That's what he does. He does not do FPS. He doesn't do the ship combat. He just scrape ships and shoots at rocks. That's what he does. And for him to have that success, that excited him. Well, later on that same day, he got jumped by 2 other people, and this time in a 2v1, he was able to destroy one and badly damage the other before he got shot down. And he was like, I cannot believe that I got into 2 PvPs and I actually killed one and made one run away, and then the other one got me. But it's this flight model is not hard to understand and hard to have success in it. Is there still a higher skill ceiling? Yes, but not as high as the last flight model, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, this flight model is so bad. But yeah, it's just like, if you're not trying to make yourself a better pilot, especially given the fact that there is danger out there, I just don't know what to tell you at that point. It's just like, you have choices, you have options, and if you're actively looking for CIG to solve your problems, as far as like combat scenarios that happen in the game, like, just stop playing. You know what I mean? Because if CIG has to intervene in every single PvP related incident, then the game's not going to go anywhere. Like, weaponizing customer support because somebody attacked you in a game is crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that, and I don't like that certain streamers are very protected, and I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but we know certain streamers are very protected, and we know that certain streamers will often use their audience and themselves to mass report people, and I don't agree with that mentality. But it seems like this is where we're at with this game, and there is no straightforward fix to it. People want separate servers.
There is a fix. The management.
Revolves?
The management at CIG has to tell the player base, stop being fucking soft.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You can't keep sending reports into them. It's eventually just gonna. I mean, it's Grumpy talked about it. They already keep tabs on us when you dial up support and you are bitching at them about one thing or another. They do list you as nuisance or a bother and things like that, and they're going to be slower to help you out. But yeah, I'm reading some of your chat, and
yeah, Bernie's right about what he's saying.
Yeah, we can't have a lot of systems in place yet because, well, look at the state of the game, right? It's no secret that there's a lot of issues, right? None at all. We can't sit here and pretend like this is the greatest game ever with the best stability ever, because it's not. Unfortunately, people want rep. People want, well, I say want Death of a Spaceman, but Death of a Spaceman isn't going to change anything as far as the PvP goes, and pirating. Rep really won't change any of it, and security, whether it's AI or player enforced, is not going to change very much either. People are going to, like you said, with the Jeeps in C4 and Battlefield, or in Tarkov when the leg meta was a thing, shooting people's legs out from underneath them. People will always find a way to kind of circumvent those sorts of things.
Yeah, they will. I know you're seeing the ship.
What did you do?
I don't know. Star Citizen, dude.
And this is what we're talking about, folks. No, I mean, look, I love this game, and I want it to be like one of the best games ever. But as far as PvP and griefing and PVE, I think they all have
I
their
can't even
spot.
repair it.
Really, I think they all have their spots in the game, and I think maybe even a little bit of separation um, of that would be a good idea. And I'm not saying like we need separate servers. I'm saying like new players, you know, the 1.0 era of Star Citizen, whenever that will be, we don't know. But you know, making players start in a high security system might be with a tutorial would probably be a really good idea for the future of CIG. Explain to them the flight model, explain the FPS, explain the salvaging. Don't leave it up to the players to have to either B, scour your website for the Sherpa guide, or go to YouTube and look up tutorials and have to sit there for days on end just to figure out how to get in their spaceship and turn it on. Because I know you talked about it. It's my first few days playing this game were rough as hell, trying to figure out just where the hell to go in Lorville to find my damn hangar. And then once I did, I couldn't understand why my ship wasn't there. And then I had to watch a tutorial as far as like, where do you get your ship from? Oh, you got to go to one of those little yellow screen things, and you got to. Did you just fall out of your ship and die?
I did. This game's been griefing me all day. Like, I had to escape Pyro. Like, the beginning of my stream, I spawned in Checkmate Station because we were in Pyro last night. I was helping Ken up. I was running security for him last night. And I spawned in, and the guards were shooting at me in Pyro. The Pyro jump gate was shooting at me. It's just been one adventure. Like, my escape out of Pyro was literally something out of a movie.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I was getting the kids ready to go to the in-laws and then driving them over there. But yeah, it's a weird thing, man. Like, I go back to what you said a year, you know, almost 2 years ago. It was.
That's not a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
it was. I think it was 2 years ago. Um, me and you and Canop were all playing. I think you were streaming at the time together too. I think it was the three of us hanging out together. You were streaming, and you said, "Hey, you know, guys, we even though things are bad right now, we need to be thankful for what we have right now, because this could be the golden age of Star Citizen." And I go
I
back
remember that.
to you saying that and going, "Good God, was he right on the money with that?" Because I feel that the farther forward we go, the more limited we will be in the kind of experience we'll get out of Star Citizen, and that to me is a bit of a shame.
My backpack's invisible now. It's
Just
fantastic.
invisible backpack.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't get the no head glitch. Remember when that
I
was a
have a
thing
head.
during 318?
Yeah, no
When you
head.
had no head and you'd put on a helmet, and even though you had the helmet on, you'd still step out onto Daymar and die.
Yeah. To be clear, I'm a space dad who appreciates danger, and I feel that PvP is required. I also feel that action should bring consequences, but only if you get caught. I agree with that too. I just don't think that the NPC faction should like get involved in. They should be neutral when it comes to PvP. Like, even if they have,
I agree to a point. But like, so hear me out. Like, if you're in, let's just say Seoul, right? That's a high security area. UEE Navy is going to be present there. And if you go on a full on, you know, GTA 5 murder spree there, then I think
I'm more or less talking about in the lawless places. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm in Pyro and I shoot somebody and I have the same rep as they have for the faction, like, they shouldn't care about that. My rep shouldn't go down because we got into a fight. And there's no way for me to know that they have rep with that particular faction.
But I can, like, the only argument I would have for in a lawless area where an NPC faction should get involved is like, if you fly over their territory and you've been fighting against them or doing missions against them, then or if one of their high rep players and you kill them and they're like, well, hey, no, now he's got an open contract on him from, I forget the two factions. It's Headhunters and what's the other one? Paradise something.
I think the two main ones in Pyro right now are just headhunters and citizens for prosperity.
That's it. Prosperity, citizens for prosperity. So, like, if you're with headhunters and a citizen for prosperity, player with high rep comes by and you shoot them down, and there's citizens of prosperity, ships around. Yeah, they should come after you, but I don't know. As far as you like shooting down somebody of the same faction type and whatnot, I don't know. I don't think they should be like, well, he killed one of us. He's got a level 3 crime stat from us, and we're gonna just hunt him down forever. No, I don't think that should be a thing.
Yeah, that's what the turrets are for, though. That's what the turrets are for. It's not. Listen, again, it's not the players that are being attacked or the players that are shooting's fault that the station turrets are highly ineffective. They can make those turrets to where if you shoot at somebody, it's basically hit scan. They can do that.
I agree. And so one last point, and then I'll let you get back to streaming. I don't want to chew your ear off in the audience's ear off. But make sure you guys like and subscribe, please. Marcus is a good dude. I have been an advocate to get rid of armistice zones for a long time, and people will be like, well, Scarred, then there'll be no protection for the players. And I argue, well, get rid of the armistice zones, put in some of those quad turrets like you have at the bunker, and a few roaming around NPC guards in heavy armor with FS9s, and there you go, problem solved. If I come in and I'm red, or I pick a fight with somebody in that that zone, I'm going to get shot at, whether it's by the turrets or the guys on the ground. And that would prevent a lot of things from happening. But for some reason, that's not a thing. I don't understand why. But then if I do something, like if somebody does something to me, like ram my ship on a pad in an armistice zone, and then I pick up a box and throw it at them, I'm somehow now the bad guy. And I don't like how that's always worked out. And I feel like that should be a thing. So
I really think they should be doing what they do in Pyro, as far as like the outpost, how there's just like turrets every fucking where. That'll stop a lot of that stuff. And that's something they could have been doing a long time ago, but they just haven't.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, there's a lot of unintrusive ways to go about handling this, but everybody seems to want the most intrusive way possible because my feelings got hurt or whatever the case may be. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Not to plug myself or anything, but I've been stream sniped before. I've been pad rammed. I've been rammed on my way into Microtech. And to me, it's happened so many times. Like one of the last streams I ever did where it happened to me, like I didn't even skip a beat of. Somebody was asking me about whether or not the game was worth it, and I didn't even skip a beat after the guy rammed me. It was, oh yeah, the game's definitely worth the $45 or $50 you want to put into it, and what fun you get out of it. I'm sure you can get a lot of fun for that price, and just kept on going. And it was just like another day in Star Citizen. Like I don't see what the big problem is, but to me it's just another day in the verse, whereas to somebody else that just might have been the worst thing that's ever happened to them. I don't know how to try to bring the two together and make people stop feeling the way they feel, but I don't think that's ever going to go away. Last thing, and then I'm going to go. Congratulations on 1 million views. You shared that in a post the other day, so congratulations.
Yeah,
that's huge. That's huge.
It's huge. It's the most views. It's the most views ever.
Yeah. But guys, seriously, like and subscribe Marcus's stuff. He's a good guy. And thanks for letting me talk.
I appreciate it, man. Anytime, you're always welcome to come here and share your thoughts. Like, I just think that the players got to get tough. We got to make, we got to bring a little bit of masculinity back. Look at this instance right here. We got to bring some of the masculinity back to the side of gaming, to where everybody's not so damn soft with blue hair.
Once again, I think it just goes back to that whole state of mind, like you said, between participation trophy generation and um, the pandemic and my opinion about the micro and macro transactions. I think we've allowed gamers to think that they should have an easy time, and I've said it for a long time. Just because a game is difficult doesn't mean it's not fun. I find having to think outside the box or find a different way around a situation being the fun part of a game. And yeah, well, anyways, you have a great stream. I'll be watching and sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah, man.
And if I don't get to talk to you over Discord between now and then, happy holidays, happy New Year, all that fun stuff.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, later.
You too. Have a good and happy holidays to you and your family as well.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. That was Scart, ladies and gentlemen, and we've been playing the game together. We used to do things like bunker busting with the A2, and you know, those were some of the best days of Star Citizen. You know, everything now is just, the game is not what it used to be, and I think that's, you know, glaringly obvious that it's not what it used to be. And you know, the I guess if you want to call it that, the dream that we were all sold is not the same dream or it's the same vision that they have now. I wouldn't call it an org. We're just more like a group of guys. But yes, I have an org. It's called Ennie's Lobby. But we're not like a serious role-playing. We have ranks. We're just a group of guys. Medbed Deathbed was the best. That was hilarious. That's so annoying. Oh my god, bro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was a good time. When we captured the alpaca guy, that was a fun night. Dude, I was going back and I was watching some of the clips I have from the Legacy flight model, and it was so good. It was so good. I missed the A2 so much. You guys don't know how much I missed the A2. It was the best. Oh, the A2 is just nerfed. It's not good. There's just no other way to say it. Some people will say, like, oh, the A2 it was too powerful and things like that, but it's just like, man, it was fun though. make some money back because I spent a lot of money on crime stats and claiming ships. Struggling with a cutlass. Such a big target. Bro, one shot ain't enough for this thing, bro. Yeah, I'm going to get the F8. Fuck this. This thing just cannot avoid getting shot. Smaller tier bounties, yeah, you're good. Higher tier bounties, not so much. Some random posted on Reddit confirm it works. I missed some stuff. What happened? The trick is to go back to Clash with a level 1. You come out in 10 minutes, no merit, farm, and you will have contracts back. You're talking about the contracts being broken in the game. I miss capturing people and turning them into zombies. We need to see if that still works. My main account's the Industrialist Space Dad. My alt is more grimy, though, doing 0 to hero. I should log into my alt account and gift my starter package to my main account. And melt that bitch. Then delete my main account. I don't know. We should figure that out one day. Look, I fly, I target locked this guy, and he didn't even look back and turn around and see who targeted him. talked to the griefer council and they said CIG doesn't view that as griefing. Turning people into zombies? I can tell you it still works. Zero chance CIG fixed that. What we need to do to somebody one of these days. I don't have any more ground vehicles, so I'm gonna have to buy a nurse or something again. Problem is we can only do it in Stanton though. That's the problem. What we gotta do is we gotta make him a zombie and then take him to Pyro. And then sell him to somebody in Pyro. I have a reclaimer in my hangar. Look at this instance clipping right here. Get out of my hangar. Is this thing invisible? Is it? Distance hangers are so great, guys. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get a real combat shit. Instance hangers are amazing. He's super proud, right?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Confirmed he is the happiest guy that I know right now.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again.
Confirmed.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Happy holidays, happy holidays. Spaceports, yeah.
Please visit us again.
That's why they have to do the.
Bye.
That's why they have to do the instant hangars instead of redesigning their cities to have instead of redesigning the cities to have a bunch of hangars, right? They decided to go the cheap route and make instant hangars, which don't work very well. Oh, it went away. Good. So that was an eyesore.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
They gotta pop out. I'm gonna go play with my brother. Cluster can break your contracts. Yeah, I just think like this whole thing, players being so upset, I think it was bound to happen just because of hey Bernard, we appreciate you for subscribing and I appreciate you so much for stopping by, man. Happy holidays to you and your family, bro. Have a good day. Have a good one, man. Again, we appreciate you for being here and joining the discussion that we're having about PvP versus PVE versus griefing.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again. Goodbye. assault vehicle retrieval
But yeah,
system.
I do be getting tired of like this discussion though.
Insurance claim has been sent.
And like I said, the solution is the people at the top brass at CIG kind of have to get tough. They got to be like, you know what? It's a game at the end of the day. And while we do want everybody to enjoy our game, you know, they got to take some responsibility in this too. Like this entire thing is something that they caused, in my opinion. You know, not having actual game mechanics, lack of content, and lack of natural player interactions in the game have led us to where we are now. So I put most of the responsibility on CIG. I tend to try to not blame players a lot. Now, there are some dickheads that do a lot of griefing stuff. I've been pad rammed multiple times. I've had, back when we had Port Olisar, I've had my ships shot, you know, with torpedoes while they were on the pad and stuff like that. As soon as I spawned it, I've had all that stuff happen to me, right? But it was just, for me, it just came with the territory, you know, and it was like, hey, if you're spawning your ship onto a pad at Port Olisar, like, don't fuck around, get to your ship as soon as you can to get the hell up out of there, because if you don't, more than likely your ship's gonna get shot and you're gonna get torped by some dickhead, right? But outside of that, like, I haven't really experienced griefing to where someone was trying to hinder me from playing the game. Because the way that I play, like, once I shoot a guy down, unless they come back to like where I am, or if I have a bounty, they come looking for me, after that, the fight's over. It's done. I mean, there may be some chat PvP,
Retrieval system. Your insurance claim
because that's the real PvP. We all know that. But outside of that, like, I'm not, after I kill a guy, I'm not following him around from server to server. Like, I don't care. I'm trying to just move on to the next fight or the next engagement. Yeah, Porto was great, man. I miss Porto also too. It wasn't this copy paste space station as we have now.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
If they made insurance work like real insurance, kind of along the lines of GTA Online, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. CIG is either lazy or sloppy, probably both, or focused in all the wrong areas of development. I think Burke has the right idea. Factions should run Pyro, so factions should hold people accountable. If you're attacking and killing rough and ready customers, rough and ready becomes hostile. I mean, yeah, but how does somebody know that person is a rough and ready customer? Like, there's no way for me to know that. Yeah, and fuck Burks. And the factions do run Pyro. The only time the factions should care is if you're shooting people outside of stations. That's it. If you're not doing that, then everything else is fair game. I'm not sure if he try to get people banned or not. But he do be shilling though. I know that for a fact. He hasn't been a big show lately, but in the past he's been known to shield some things up from time to time. Big guy, short beard. I don't know if he's fat or not, but he does have a beard. Yeah, the F8's so quiet. Oh, might be server error. There we go. Boom. Yeah, I know what time it is. If y'all haven't heard this yet, then we gotta pause this.
Server error. 30K crash, feeling jaded. Star citizen dream shattered, faded. Thought we'd explore the vastness of space. Now all we got is a bitter taste. Money spent on pixels, ships and flair, but all we got is disappointment and despair. Love turned to heartache, hope turned to sorrow. Star citizens' promises gone by tomorrow. I wanted to fly among the stars with you, but these bugs and glitches just cut me into every patch was a chance to redeem. But now it feels like a never-ending dream. I hope you know what this means. Chris Roberts, you had a chance to come clean, but you still choose to sell broken dreams. Money spent on pixels, ships and flair, but all we got is disappointment and despair. Love turned to
I'll play that one next.
heartache, hope turned to sorrow. Star citizens' promises gone by tomorrow. I wanted to fly among the stars with you. These bugs and glitches. Caught in the starlight, love takes flight. And not what you want.
All right, I can't ignore chat anymore. Oh my goodness. So he's also personal friends with a dev or two from CIG. Yeah, I feel that's kind of weird that, you know, they be friends with the devs and shit like that. I ain't never trying to be friends with the devs. I mean, I could be cordial with them. I could be I can be you know, friendly. But at the end of the day, they work for the ops. You don't want to do one about escaping Pyro like I do. I do. But the AI music generator that I've been using lately, I've been trying to like make songs on there, like for Star Citizen and shit. And it's just been like really, they've come out really, really bad. So I'm gonna see if they update to a different model. If it can be better, but like the prompts and when I put the lyrics in, because I write these lyrics, guys. And when I put everything in, like it doesn't come out the way that I want it to. And it can be frustrating sometimes. I know, I wish I was recording that, me escaping Pyro. That was actually pretty sick. I mean, the only thing I can really say is just don't go to Pyro with a freaking crime stat. Like, holy shit. It was brutal. It was brutal. Yeah, the devs will never come to my chat. They will never come over my chat, cause I tell them straight up, like, man, y'all need to fix this shit, bro. You need to fix this. You need to fix this. You need to fix this. You need to fix that. You need to fix all this stuff. All this stuff is jacked up, and it's on y'all to make it right. I was talking about specifically about a page where they had promoting sales for the Retaliator and hyping up the modularity of the ship. It was from 2015 and a very shady piece of their marketing. Dude, I was like, I made a video. I haven't released it yet, but on the marketing for the marketing Q&A for the Guardian, and that shit is so misleading. Like, it's almost criminal how bad that marketing is, because you guys just saw it, right? In a PVE scenario, I don't have enough shields to stand against a fucking Cutlass Black is easily taking my shields down. Like, come on. Like, the front of the Guardian is basically a giant square, and as long as you hit within that square, you're gonna hit the ship. I think this might be Ripperonis, man. We'll give it a couple of more minutes to try to recover. Like, the Guardian, like really doesn't make sense as a heavy fighter, because it's undergun, it's big as hell, and it's slow. Like, I get it, like, it has a bed and like, it has like an interior, you can walk around in it, but at the end of the day, so does a Warden. You know what I mean? So does a Sentinel. So this idea of like it having 2 size 5 weapons, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's good if you're fighting in PVE against like small targets, but if you fight anything that has any DPS back, if you're fighting anything that has any DPS, you're gonna get your shit pushed in. And that's just the reality of the situation. You're just gonna get mollywopped. The fact that I couldn't shake off fire from a fucking cutlass. That's crazy. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm literally side strafing and it's just tracking me. It's just tracking me. It's just like, okay, I'm going back to an actual fighting ship. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to buy the Guardian. I'm glad I could test it out and not have to ever fly that motherfucker again, bro. I mean, I like the way it looked. It looks cool. It's fun to fly, but it's not useful. You know what I'm saying? If I saw a Guardian in Pyro and I was flying a Constellation, I'm killing that thing all fucking day long. Because it's not going to be able to do anything. It's going to die, and I could probably... With 4 size 5s, I'm pretty sure I could one mag a Guardian. Oh, that's new. Black screen. Guys, this is new. Unless they put out like an update that we don't know about. Yeah, there's the update. We got an update, guys. Hold on. There's an update. Make sure all my porn is closed. No porn, no porn, no porn. Okay, we're good. Well, I thought there was an update. I guess not. It said update. It black screened me too. Squirrel.
Squirrel!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Midget porn. Like, what are you into? Oh, if you guys are into astrology and things like that, or real astronomy, today's the winter solstice. So happy solstice to everybody. Oh, yeah. So I can't get into the game right now. We're cooked. We're cooked. That entire shard that I was on just died. Just chilling, listening from work. I would like to hop into the game soon. Well, I can't even hop into the game right now, so you know what I mean? Just close and relaunch it. Finish out the community. Finish out the community. Go fairly dangerous. Got my in-game paycheck. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's about 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream here, and because I can't get back into the game, guys. Like, there's really no point. I need to find my gaming dopamine additions. No Man's Sky time, homies. Yeah, man. I'm about to get up out of here too, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Take care of yourselves. Happy holidays.
Close the launcher and relaunch it.
Close the launcher and relaunch it.
Yeah, not just the game. Trying to tell you in chat.
I don't think that's gonna matter though.
It will. Because I'm updating. I'm going to Squirrel 2.
Well, we're gonna give this a second to see if this actually works. If it works, we'll keep it going for a little bit longer.
Oh, your update didn't come up.
Didn't know.
You have to do, what is that?
Control Shift R.
Yeah. I was about to say Control Alt R.
It was there for a second.
Your game does. Your launch doesn't want to realize there's a push update.
Keep trying to update it, but it's not working.
Of course, when you do that, it's gonna make you log back in because it's annoying like that. Oh, you know what? Why don't you just tell it to verify files? It'll probably see that there's an update.
Yeah.
You'll probably download yours faster than mine.
Yeah, I just have the Windows live picture thing. There's some pretty nice ones.
Yeah, you're updating. I see. You got the 2 files.
I know my internet's kind of like been fucking up today. I wonder for my data cap limit.
You're still about to pass me. You're just past mine now.
Yeah, they really hose you with your internet, man. That pissed me off.
It's there's no upload to this.
I use random screenshots for my background. Yeah, I like it like this. Battlestar Galactica. I guess we're gonna keep going for a little while longer.
Another 12 hours.
We won't do that again.
Glad I made it back to checkpoint before the servers went to shit.
Right. You probably won't even be a checkpoint anymore.
Hopefully I don't lose my stuff.
Yeah, that would suck. I wonder what the hell they supposedly fixed.
Probably nothing. They're probably putting in the base system for another ship.
It might just be a hot fix, 'cause I don't see any patch notes yet in my SC News channel.
That's just the base mesh for the new ship they're putting into the game. Getting all the textures in for the new ship that they're about to sell.
Right. If it ain't the Perseus, I don't care.
Don't worry, it'll be a ship nobody was asking for.
Yeah, it'll be a fucking, I don't even know. It'll be like some type of space truck.
it has to be something simple that doesn't have any like crazy stuff. So it's just got to be.
They'll
like,
make another
a fighter
racing.
or
They'll
something.
make another racing ship.
Beautiful. I was thinking like a bike myself.
Yeah, or
You know, another quad bike.
I haven't seen Battlestar Galactica in years. Since maybe like I was like a teenager. They're gonna make a capital racing ship.
Man, you should work for CIG. Shit, you come out with some banger ideas.
I know, right?
Capital Racer, love it. Send it.
But like, Chris, hear me out. Right? It's a racing. It's a capital ship. It has no guns on it, but it's fast as hell.
And
People will buy it.
$850.
$850 all day. Well, how does it work? It just ignores physics. Like physics, not today. Newton, nah. Einstein, never heard of him.
Then Chris goes, "Oh, okay, great. So like the rest of our ship."
Right? I think somebody tried to model like the Gladius's airframe into like an actual flight simulator, and it doesn't even fucking fly. I'm like, well, no shit. It has no control surfaces on it. Of course, it wouldn't fucking fly.
No control surfaces, no balancing. The whole weight of the ship is just the entire ship.
Now, all the way the ship is in the fucking cockpit, apparently, because every time you fly in atmosphere, the nose just falls to the ground.
Well, yeah, the wings are so far back on that thing.
John Pritchett, where are you? Come back to us, John. I'll blame it on Chris, John. No, now we spawn. We don't spawn in our hangars no more.
Did they wipe?
No, they didn't wipe anything.
No. Well, you only spawned in the hangar that first time.
Polaris Racing variant, yes, sir. You know they love their variants, right?
Oh yeah.
If I know
That's
anything
easy
about
money.
CIG, dude,
Making
can I
a
have
very
that gun?
easy money. You know, it's just you take the chip, Control C, Control V, change this out, boom, more money.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, I'd be making variants all day long too. Every time I made one of these motherfuckers, tell me that's $400.
Yep.
Welcome to Io North Tower, Area 18's premier centre for business.
We'll make a racing paladin. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I have a Perseus now too. I melted a lot of stuff to get it, but I have it.
My favorite thing is when CIG says that, you know, it takes a long time to make up these ships and design them and everything, and then like a couple
Give me
months
one
later
moment,
they'll be like,
okay?
yeah, Jim got bored at the office and made this in one day.
Right.
It's like, so which one is it, CIG? You just
Holy
get
shit,
bored
it's
enough you
working?
fucking make one, or it's really fucking hard.
Yo, what? Alright, cool. Could have sworn the patch notes it said it wasn't working.
Yeah, one of the known issues is nobody can hear audio over any channel.
Well, good. I was trying to test my Razer mic that I just got. Is it work good?
Yeah, I can hear you. I mean, you're a little quiet, but it might be the game. hard to say.
I mean, I'm not like all the way up against it. I'm like maybe.
Yeah, no, I can
You
hear
need to
fine,
deep
though.
throat your mic so we can hear you.
Oh yeah, you got a deep.
I like that mask though. That's pretty cool.
Appreciate it.
I'm surprised there's people actually in this area. Usually it's Pyro is like the most
Now arrive.
wanted area.
Oh, I've been back and forth.
What are you guys doing? Just
I just logged
I'm
on
going
to see if the
griefing.
hotfix is any stable.
yeah,
We're gonna
same
see.
here. Well, I mean, I just came back from 3 server errors earlier.
This is a very fresh server.
I'm going griefing. You should all stand around for me.
Hopefully it lasts.
Right. Now they're so hopeful. The twinkle in their eyes. The C2 and the Percival will be the biggest ships I'll be interested in personally owning. Yeah, I still think
Sorry, I'll help you in a second.
at its role the I want to see something real quick. I want to see if this actually works. If I can go into his hangar.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Oh, they fixed it. You used to be able to, in the previous patch, you could just take an elevator in somebody's hangar. I was going around killing people in their hangars. It's pretty funny, actually. I would own a Kraken for my fighters, if I could.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
I'm pretty sure the Perseus can fit on the deck of a Kraken too.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following place visitors event.
Star Lancer sucks. I kill those shits all the time. Those are just food and Pyro.
Them and fucking carrots.
Yeah.
A fucking free carrot snack.
One thing we need to start doing though, if we see Guardians in Pyro, we need to kill those, and cause they have military components in them. Shoot those things down. Hello, where's my ship? Just no?
Oh, speaking of PvP and griefing, I haven't read it, but apparently the hot Tua girl has made a response to her scam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My
Which, by the way,
F8's invisible.
you're fucking stupid enough to know that all meme coins are fucking fucking crypto scam. And to think that this one was gonna be fucking different, you deserved to be. You deserved it.
Right.
It wasn't even a month after that kid did a triple rug pull in one fucking day, and it's like, yeah. No, I trust this now.
Yeah, she made like what, over $2 million from that shit.
Oh yeah, she made a ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, this patch is going great so far, guys. It's fucking awesome.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna have to claim it, and then
I
you're
am gonna have to
call
claim it.
again, and then you're gonna call it again, and then the second one's gonna come, and then when you look down at your elevator, both of them are gonna be on there.
It's gonna come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
That's the fun part of that. About that bug. It's gonna be on the elevator when you call it again.
Oh.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I'll be right back, guys. While this thing claims, I need to get some water.
Yeah, squirrel. Same. I would take a C2 over any of the STAR-LLVH. I would take a C2 over a Chode any day. They're space Chodes for space dads. Buy your shaft today.
Alright, y'all, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Thank you,
to
thank
the
you.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again.
Did I lose my Coda pistol? I did. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent.
Jeez, 2 minutes on this thing still. This game's just been griefing me all fucking day. I think I've done one mission this entire fucking time. Are you still in Pyro?
I will be when I get back in.
Are you still updating?
Yeah.
For me, it says you're online. This is the most friends I've ever seen online in this game at one time. I like an ironclad assault. I'll never give CIG another dime. Yeah, the ironclad's gonna be food too, though. Those turrets are not gonna be able to hit anything. The Connie is king.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
A paladin would probably be more useful. I'm going to enjoy destroying everything with my Perseus. Every big ship I see, I'm gonna just kill it for fun. Take its components.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been delivered.
It's lightning time.
Please visit us again.
Oh yeah, there's a survey out for Star Citizen. If you guys haven't done that already, I probably should have said that would have had more people watching.
Here we go.
See, I don't get why he does this. Like, why is it like stop, turn the lights back off, turn the lights back on, and then like it should just stay and be one solid animation.
Because the way it's designed and animated, it plays through the animation and then stops and then plays the animation again. Because
I
there's
know,
no
but
like.
it should be one animation though.
Yeah, well, that's like the designing of the game. It shouldn't just be. The lighting shouldn't be part of the animation. The lighting should be part of the scene.
And it's like, why do you have to turn the lights off to spawn the ship anyway? The light should be on when you spawn the ship.
Yeah, the lights should just stay on.
Yeah. It's kind of like a hazard turning the lights off.
They did that for the cinematic thing when they showed it to Chris and Blender.
Yeah.
Because like in Blender, when you load up the scene before you hit play, it'll just be completely black. So that they hit play and then Chris gets to see the hangar light up.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how players are going to see it though. They're going to see the lights on, lights off, lights on.
Just make your space do trip and fall and dark ensue, right? That's what would happen in real life. What we're talking about. This is a dystopian future. You can't sue our corp. Like, oh, you want to sue us? Okay. But come right this way. And they just chunk you through the planet.
Right. Yeah, the complaint office is right through this door.
I forgot to do these screens. So that's what I mean. Target this guy. Unless he's looking back at me. But trust me, my G, you don't want this kind of problems. Two hours and 27 minutes in, we're finally getting to some combat again. There's already dead ships out here. Oh, you don't have a cargo ship. Loot these motherfuckers for components. Just one mag of fucking hurricane. It's pathetic. God, they took side strafing away from us. Oop, what am I doing? Finally. Oh, F8 every single time.
Yeah, we did the Guardian versus the F8. F8 eats the Guardian.
Even with the Guardian's faster turn rate, you have to understand the Guardian is like a box in the front. It's like a square. It's really easy to hit. And it only has like one size 2 shield.
Yeah, Scar, but they're size 5, so.
Like that fucking matters.
Right?
It's not even a good PVE shit, bro. Like, you're better off flying a Warden than an F8. No, Warden than the Guardian. F8's still better than the Warden. Hey, but the good news is a lot of people are going to be flying Guardians and Pyro. So, and they have military grade components. So those are like flying loot boxes pretty much.
Right.
So when we go to Pyro, we'll be tagging every Guardian that we see. Once we get our connies and stuff, we'll just stick their loot on our cargo bays and that'll be that. Oh, they took the quantum markers away from these. Those bitches. The F8 should really have the stats of the Guardian. Making a slow fly again. They brought back the time sync.
I see it. They brought back the core gameplay loop.
Yeah.
Waiting around.
Right. They could at least given it like 2 size 5s and like 2 size 2s. Make it like closer to like what the glaive is. So it has like a little bit higher DPS, but geez, it's terrible. Or they could have given it four size 4s. That would have been better than fucking 2 size 5s.
It's got the 2 giant gimbal engines on the back. Like, that thing should be so nimble.
Yeah. Well, it's nimble, but it's big. It's so fucking big. Like, people are like, well, it's only... People are like, well, it's only, you know, it's only the same length as a fucking, you know, this ship. But yeah, it's a giant square. It's like 13 meters tall. It's...
Yeah.
It's a big ass ship. Don't get me wrong, I love the look of it. But Star Citizen ships are comically ridiculously large for like no fucking reason. And why? Like, we have a bunch of doors inside. There's like 4 doors inside of that small ass ship. I was fighting one in arena commander with a F7A, and I was hitting from like over 2 kilometers away. And guess what he couldn't do with his size 5 weapons at 2 kilometers? He couldn't hit my F7 at 2 kilometers, but I was tagging him. I mean, shit, I wanted the Guardian to be good. I wanted more options, but it's just not. You gotta be honest about it.
Yep.
They haven't fixed that either. Missile enunciator's not working. NPCs are actually kind of turned up. It's a Scorpius, that's why. It's a Mercury Star Runner? We should scan him, see if he has any cargo on him, huh? Hey, stand still, I'm trying to scan you. He's got some slam. 2 SCU. Cam, you don't have any cargo ships, do you?
No. Nothing that can hold any kind of cargo.
Look at that. I have to struggle to outturn a fucking Star Runner. Okay, I'm being shot by invisible bullets. It's always nice. The Guardian could have been cool, man. Like, if we had the previous flight model, the Guardian would have been really good. But in this flight model, it's garbage because there's no movement. Like, yeah, it has 11 Gs on its side strafe. But you hit the speed wall so quick, it doesn't matter if you have 11 Gs. Because you can only go so
Right.
fast.
Yeah.
So even though you can side strafe really quick, you're going to hit the speed wall that much quicker. What do you have in here again? Coryndium, titanium, tungsten, quartz, copper, distilled spirits, scrap, quantanium, and slam. I need to go repair. Just let that one go. Oh, hold on. Does it want me to blow up his ship all the way? Because I didn't get paid for this target yet. Nope, that's bugged again. Great. Great. It's good to know. Fresh patch, mission's already broken. Welcome to Star Citizen. You can never have too many fighters, Squirrel. They're the most useful ships in the game. I'll have to cancel that contract and lose rep. Because the game is broken. Oh, that was probably the jump town mission too. Should have went down there and got me a gun. Go to some jump town weapons.
Asteroid clusters,
Oh, you out there mining again?
More active today.
Some of those clusters have the asteroid bases in them, and there are also mission spawn points. You know, instead of the asteroid belt of Yella, you got the asteroid clusters of Pyro. Well, they made the fuel cheap again. They didn't pay the light bill in here, I see. Frames, please come back. I promised to buy a ship. Psych. Ain't buy no damn ship. Oh yeah, I gotta abandon that mission because it's broken.
Now that we got Pyro, we need refinery ships.
Yeah. The roster would have been a good ship for Pyro. If he would have had your roster, like I would have been on that shit mining with you. If anybody comes close, just take out that giant laser and just start lasering people with it.
Right.
I feel like they should put out the roster before the Galaxy because mining's a legit gameplay loop that needs more depth. Fuck base building. I'm team no base building. I'm team your capital ship should be your in-game play.
Especially when this game's all about the ships.
Yeah. All I need is a week. I could fix CIG in a week. I wouldn't fire Yogi. I'm not into like taking, food off somebody's table. But Yogi going back to the sound department. I'm taking over the flight model. I'd be like, I know, John, I know you're working with X4 Foundations, but yeah, I'm gonna offer you double the money to come fix this shit. Like, what are they paying you? Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Another F8 out here. I gotta keep an eye on him. The NPC Civil War. Such desync. I just hate the fact that I can't shake off being shot. It's like let me leave, CIG. Oh yeah, the Guardian would have a hard time hitting that thing. Gotta make sure homie don't wanna. Alright, he's going away. And the weakness of the Guardian is missiles. You can basically kill it with one size 2 missile. For the most part. Yeah, the Guardian is shit versus missiles. Does the Vanguard have physicalized components or no? I forgot I don't have any. Well, I do have a gun on me. This thing has attritions on it. So where's my multi-tool go? Bro, really? My multi-tool's gone now. That attrition's worth some money though. Can you tell me that shit that isn't anvil that's not made like glass? The Constellation's pretty strong. The Hercs used to be pretty strong too. I don't know if they still have a lot of HP to them. They should have made an EMV person. Yeah, that could have been pretty fun. An EMP version would have been more useful than the current version that we have now. I wonder if these track now. Nope, these still don't work. So much for a hotfix. Hot tour. Every time I go into Arena Commander and train, there's always this guy in there flying a fucking Raven. He's so annoying to fight. He's so annoying. I literally despise EMPs. Or they could just copy something from Battlefield and just have like a component that jams missile lock. You know, that would be pretty useful. Oh my god, my fucking thing. Decent wiggle. what they're gonna do with these bounties because, you know, most of the SC community sucks at flying, and without the use of military grade shielding, I feel like a lot of people are gonna die in these bounties because they have no idea what to do. And this one's bugged too. Great. Yeah, he's pretty annoying. I can fight him, but the problem that I was having, like each time I was trying to fight him, other people kept trying to fight me too when I was trying to have a 1v1. It's just like it was pretty annoying. He has some cargo. Damn, 12 to 16-hour shifts, bro. What kind of work do you do, Squirrel? That sounds ridiculous. Oh, we need to get a cargo ship. Hey, Kenneth, are you in Pyro still? We need to snag these components out of here. At the very least. This thing has military grade component shielding, it looks like. I mean, I could always backspace to come to my body marker, but I don't want to do that. But these components are worth it though. I work armed security in Seattle. I had a lot of those job offers when I came out of the military. I'm like, dude, the last thing I want to do is stand watch. Oh man, I wish I had a Connie right now, dude. It'll make life so much easier. I don't want to let this stuff go. Need those components. Can I, where are you?
Oh, it's muted. Yeah, I'm in Pyro, but I don't have any cargo ships.
No, I just need you to come to the location and just be my marker. So when they have these military grade components here in this bounty ship.
I'm all the way out in Pyro. You're gonna be waiting a hot minute.
Yeah, I'm about to go back. I need to go back and get a multi-tool and shit anyway, but yeah, we need looting components is gonna be one of the meta things to do right now. I'm gonna go back and see what I could fly the fucking freelancer max, but that thing sucks, dude. Oh, it sucks so bad. Or the STAR-LLVH max, I mean. I don't want to be caught dead in that thing. Actually, you know what? I'm very, very hungry. I'm probably gonna end the stream so I can eat. I'll probably get out here tomorrow, and we'll figure out a way to start looting these components and shit.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we'll fly the asteroid belt and kill NPCs, loot them.
Yeah.
Park your ship out there.
I mean, we could use the Polaris, but that's kind of light cheese, though. It's just 2 of us. I ain't got the money to put fuel in that motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about, bro? Old Corsair would be perfect for this job. It would be. The old Corsair the Corsair is better because, like, it doesn't have the issues of the ramp breaking or the cargo bay breaking whenever it takes damage.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Connie's ramp will take damage and you can't fucking repair it. You gotta get a whole new fucking ship.
My favorite bug is when it's like stuck in quarter speed mode for the lift.
Yeah.
So you'll hit the elevator and it's like 5 minutes for the fucking elevator to come down.
It's so painful to fly through atmosphere. You gonna be out there mining for a while?
I might be.
Alright.
Why, what's up?
Welcome.
You gonna come back on?
Please visit us again.
Maybe.
To to the ASOP vehicle retrieve. Your vehicle has been moved to please visit us again.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. I thank you I thank everybody for watching and hanging out with me today. And again, happy holidays to everybody and happy New Year.